Hey everyone, welcome back to our kitchen. The first time I ever heard about this recipe here, I have been wanting to try it.
It sounds delicious, so we decided we were going to do it.
Right.
And try it out. And now we like it so much, we want to share it with all of you. And
nothing on the table.
We got nothing on the table here because
it's back here.
It's back here by the stove. And so we're going to show you how we do it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is chop up our broccoli floret. And I just like to pop them, you know, once I cut it, I just pop the little ends off. And I love these knives, by the way.
I do too, they're great.
Got the link down below this video if you want one of these knives.
Next is a sweet medium onion.
And we're going to slice that up, get that ready to go. And then we have just a pound of top sirloin. And we want to slice this as thin as possible. I've already cut off the excess fat, and we're just going to thinly slice this, and any excess fat, just kind of chop it out of there if you can.
I like thin.
Yeah, thin. It's going to cook nice and easy, and it won't take too long to cook that way. You can see how thin I'm making it. And got it all chopped up. That's what it's going to look like. And we're going to scoop that into a bowl. So then,
1 teaspoon of black pepper and a half teaspoon of onion powder.
And we're going to season that meat up there. Then we're going to pour on
2 tablespoons of soy sauce.
And just right over the top of the meat. Then we're also going to add our cornstarch. And that's about a tablespoon. And we just want to mix that all together into the beef until it's completely coated. And once we get that all mixed up, we're going to set that aside. And we're going to get our skillet over here on medium heat and add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
We love that olive oil, don't we?
We do. I love to cook with olive oil. And it's good for you. And then we're going to take those onions that we sliced and get those sauteing. Mix those up. Get them just cooked a little bit till they're a little bit softer. And once that's done, we're going to add in
our broccoli.
Our fresh broccoli. And just stir that up with the olive oil and the onion just a little bit. And we want to get these a little softer, so we're going to get about 2 tablespoons of water. And we're going to pour that in with our broccoli. And we're going to cover it and let it simmer under that cover and steam a little bit for about 2 to 3 minutes, actually. And then we're going to make our sauce. So first we're going to start off with
3/4 cup of beef broth.
And then
3 tablespoons of soy sauce.
Gotta have the soy sauce.
Oh yes.
And
1 teaspoon of rice vinegar.
Rice vinegar.
And 2 tablespoons of sesame seed oil.
I love sesame seed oil.
I know, it's
it
good.
has such a good flavoring.
And 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce.
It has some of these same ingredients, but it's really great to add in if you have some. If you don't have some, you can always just add a little more soy sauce.
And a half a teaspoon of ground ginger.
You gotta have a little ginger. You can use fresh ginger too, but we only had ground today, so that's what we're gonna use.
And 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And what are you using a fork for?
I don't know. I just grabbed it because it was there.
Use a spoon. I might not know much, but that's one thing I know. Here we go.
Know. A spoon.
Yeah, and 1/4 cup of brown sugar.
And then some
Cornstarch, 1.5 tablespoons.
We're just gonna whisk that up. And look, I got a spoon now. Be happy.
I'm glad you got one.
And I'm using my little coated whisk here, which is great. I'll put the link for that below too. That's a great little whisk. All right, let's check that broccoli.
Oh, that looks great.
Yum. We're gonna scoop this out and set this aside. So we've got our sauce mixed up.
Oh, you go, Jen.
I know, look at me go. And now we're scooping that out. We got our water boiling back here. We're gonna put our ramen noodles in here. We don't use the packet that came in it, just the ramen noodles. And you're gonna boil them for about 3 minutes. And that's about all it's gonna take. You're gonna rinse them with cold water, drain them and set them aside. And then we're gonna add a little more olive oil to our skillet because now we want to fry up the beef.
We're going to brown it up on one side really good before we turn it.
Yeah, so if it cooks really good on the one side, it'll be a little juicier. You don't want to turn it too quick because then it just kind of gets tough and it doesn't really keep the moisture in the meat. So
it just goes all over the place.
It does. Just dries that beef right on out. Now that's looking better. See how it's get that nice little brown on the one side, and we'll flip it over. All right, now that it's cooked,
here comes the broccoli
and the onion. Get that in there, and then we can add our delicious stir-fry sauce. We're gonna pour it in, and we're gonna just
stir it up.
Stir it up a little. And we're gonna let that simmer for about 3 to 4 minutes, just till that sauce starts to thicken. And you can see it's already starting to get nice and thick there. See, look at that. It's starting to just kind of I keep pouring that over the top and keep that going. You might want to stir it a little bit as you're going. And then once that's thickened up, you're ready to add in the ramen noodles back into it. So look like it's getting nice and thick. We're gonna take our drained, cooled ramen noodles and we're gonna put them back in.
Those noodles look like they've had a perm.
That's coming from somebody that's done hair for years.
Yeah, for 46 years.
Oh, that's funny. All right, we're just gonna turn that into the beef and the broccoli that's in there. Gently mix it all together and look at that. Doesn't that look good?
That looks great.
Oh my gosh.
Are you ready to eat?
I am. Let's serve some up here. Look at that. Oh yeah.
That looks good in those little red bowls.
I know. You're gonna say it, aren't you? It's very colorful.
Oh yeah, it's very colorful. There's two things I got going on here. It's very colorful and smell-o-vision.
That's right.
Are you gonna ring the dinner bell?
Well, we've already come running.
That's for sure.
We're gonna try it out. We've been watching it in that stir fry. Now we're ready to eat it right now.
Right.
So let's try it.
Okay. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the steak and noodles together.
Mm-hmm.
And the broccoli.
It's just got a really sweet and almost got that sweet and sour, but not the sour so much, more sweet. But it's got that hibachi taste, and that is so good.
This is something Steve really liked.
Oh yeah. Every time we were on the road, he wanted to stop at a hibachi grill.
Always. There's not
Always.
one. There's one not far from here.
Yes.
And we go there. We did for all his birthdays, our birthdays.
We did. He loved them, so he would have definitely loved this recipe.
And we all always choose our own place on our birthday. And every time I'll say, well, I want to go this one. He'll say, what about the hibachi grill? Yeah, and hers. What about the hibachi grill?
It was like that suggestion, like, but what about the hibachi grill?
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I kind of want to go do. You know, so but we would go along with it because we love Steve. So
Oh yeah.
anyway, as he would say, is this the best beef and broccoli ramen noodles stir fry? If it ain't, it ought to be. We'll see you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Bye. All right, we're going to eat some
let's
more. Yum, Mom. This is so good. You got to try it.
Well, that's Shishi and Jen, them two girls having too much fun. We hope you enjoy this recipe, and we really hope you subscribe to our channel. That's easy. Little Shotgun Red's face will pop up over here in a little bit. When you click on it, it'll say subscribe, then you're subscribed. Next to it will be a little notification bell. If you click that little bell, then YouTube will send you every single one of our recipes or a notification that we posted one as soon as it comes out. See you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Is this the best? If it ain't, it ought to be.